Alright guys, Video Fletcher, you all seem to really enjoy my last Reach of the Council Uber explanation guide. This one is for Shaper. Now this one isn't deathless like my Uber run or anything like this. This is just me killing Shaper. This is the very first time I've managed to kill him, and this was my second attempt, so I'm probably only going to get better at it. So I just wanted to show you that even with my noob mistakes, you can get the Shaper down. So the bosses are random. We pause it. Obviously, this is Piety, or DJ Piesto as she's known. Pretty much Rigwald, Malachi, Piety, they're all killable with this build. Obviously, I'm sure you all know by now, spinning laser that rotates round. So, shoot your frenzy, get stacked on her, and then when she starts to fire her laser, whatever direction she's, you just want to be behind her. And you just want to shoot her down pretty much. There's nothing much to this fight. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 taps, and then just walk around and shoot her. Really simple kill. The resto is again the same. I always struggled with this fight until I realised he just has swords. I always wondered how I died. And basically, again, 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks, and you drill him down with barrage. These here, these are the only things to look out for. These sword things. Just stand in an area where there isn't any swords when he's crouched down in his phase. Regen your life up, again preemptively spray your frenzy charge, and when he comes back up, again look, you're not in any danger. I used to find this fight so difficult because I didn't understand why I was dying. You can't evade these swords or anything, so just look how comfortable this is. You just knock him back. You don't have to rush these fights. You don't want to waste any portals on the bosses before Shaper, because Shaper is tough. This is the hardest fight I've ever had. Maybe after a couple of runs I'll find it easier, but right now it's a really tough fight, having only ever done it twice and never really watched any videos on it. So I'm not here to give tips per se, because I don't really feel comfortable giving tips, because I didn't do this deathless at all. So this boss, I don't really know the mechanics of this fight, but with the Reach of the Council build, she chains on you, and I'm pretty sure she does fire damage. So this one, obviously, don't run into this trap here. Again, frenzy, 4 stacks. When you're at 4 stacks, just chain her down. For this one, you can just face tank. You can pop your Ruby Flask or your Witchfire Brew, Crit Flask, and your Sulphur Flask, and you pretty much can just run into her, get your 4 stacks up. In fact, I only had 3 here, so I wasn't even poisoning her, and I still killed her. So that one was pretty comfortable. Sprint along, and this one's Rigwald. Rigwald always kills me, and I've realised with Rigwald, yep, you can just initially go on him and absolutely burst him down. Like right now, you get 4 frenzy charges, you go on him, so let's have a look. Right now, you get frenzy, 4 frenzy charges, you pop all your pots and you get right in his face, and you see how it's spreading out here, the barrage? And I've got so many arrows. If you get up close to him, every single one will hit him, and he'll tick down and die. However, I just played this fight out slow, just really slow. If you stand behind any objects, these ghosts can't kill you, and because you're a Queen of the Forest build I've only got 15% move speed boots, I can still outrun the wolf. The wolf cannot take damage. So just run from him. You can kill these little rats to get charges. And again, you just tuck yourself behind the rocks. All these rocks here, every single one, if you just body block these rocks, he can't shoot you. He basically does the dog phase, where he shoots the dogs. And then he does another phase where he turns into a wolf, and then there's this phase where you can DPS him. When it's a wolf phase, you can just run, he can't be damaged. And again, yeah, this fight isn't the fastest, it's not the craziest display of DPS or anything, but there's no point having a stupid death on this beforehand. There's no reason to, so just take it slow. Dog phase, now I can DPS him. And you can see when you do put the DPS on, He dies so quickly. I probably should have done that earlier, but yeah, I just didn't want to die. Go in now. What I did when I first went into the Shaper was I pressed all my pots down here, pressed them all, and was like, right, you see them up here? I was like, right, I'm going to put my Wither Totem here, I'm going to stand about here, and I'm just going to absolutely rail him with Barrage. And then I walked up like this, and he did a dialogue like this, where he talks about the Crucible, and he didn't take any damage. So the only tip I have for the Shaper fight on this specific build is, even though you're a bow guy, just get up close. Again, we know Barrage fans out, so if you get up close, you just drill in every arrow that you've got, and everyone adds poison. Again, make sure you're at 4. I'm only at 1 here. So the quicker you see this room here, the quicker you kill him, the less phases he has, and the less things fill the room, the balls that fill the room, degen you down. If they land in the middle, there's like a zone here where Xana protects you. These grey balls, once you touch them, they sort of expire, and they sit wherever you've touched them. So the idea is you get them all on the edge. So when that phase comes, when you're in the red section here, yeah, you're protected and there's nothing inside. If you get one of these grey balls inside here, you're pretty much screwed. So you want to get as close as you can to him. So you get to 4 stacks. When he does a slam, basically my character has enough move speed to walk out of the way of the slam. The slam basically means he's going to pop up near you, so you can just walk away. Now, once he's done all that fancy stuff, all you want to do is you want to stick to this sort of zone with him, and you want to work your way around it. So stay at 4 frenzy charges. So I should have a Wither Totem down, right? And now I DPS him. He'll then maybe do a slam, and he'll land here. So I walk, reset frenzy charges, place my purple Wither Totem, and again DPS him, right? The whole idea is that you stay as close to him as possible and kill him as fast as possible. This first phase I do really, really well. I kill him, look, I'm just, see how I'm rotating around him in a circle? Beam, get the DPS in whilst he's beaming, still at 4 frenzy charges, and boom, he's dead. That first phase took from 4:30 to 4:50, it took 20 seconds. So it took 20 seconds for that very first stage. So you just, again, ideally this is what you do. Stick close to him with frenzy. Again, he's doing beams, rotate, with the totem down, DPS, move, DPS, move, DPS, move, beam, full DPS, all swap, all whilst popping you pots, and he goes down so quick. The second phase is he's healing as quick as he can. He heals in this stage, so don't clear this section. The first time I did the Shaper, I full cleared this area thinking I was going to get like map drops or something. I don't even think these can drop items, so do not clear them. Just shoot the pack to refresh your Quicksilver, and blink arrow as often as possible to get to him as quick as you can. You want Shaper to have as little life as possible, because if he goes through the phases, it gets really tough. And again, I'm not trying to say I'm some Shaper expert. There are videos of this build doing it deathless. I use every single portal, okay, but I'm trying to give you the idea of how to do it properly. For this fight, again, this guy just shoots Vortex that degens you, so this one's pretty obvious. Don't go near him. Just get 4 stacks up and just start DPSing him down. Here I'm not even at frenzy charges, so I'm not poisoning, so that's bad. Now I get up to 4 frenzy charges. Now I start poisoning him, and the difference in DPS is massive. I'm probably too close, probably too far away to be doing the DPS that I want, but I just thought I'd keep my distance and not die. Okay, so take the portal. Now again, he does a dialogue phase, so don't waste all your pots. And try not to waste your pots before you get in the area. Because you see I just did all that and I've got no life pot. And I wasn't really in danger in that last fight, so I just wasted a pot for no reason. This is where for me it gets a little bit messy, and maybe I'm gonna do a new guide after I've figured it out. But I cannot keep Xana alive. So the trouble I'm having is if you lose Xana, you pretty much cannot stay alive because the balls on the screen just kill you instantly and there's no way to dodge them. So I think what I need to do is I need to get to max frenzy charges quicker and put my wither totem down and do the same thing we did last time. So whilst he's doing this beam, he can only shoot in this direction on phase 2. There's no second shaper shooting this way. So on the second phase, right now I should be DPS, and I'm not. Then when he stops his beam,
to me, Exile, quickly.
I think it's random, but for my video anyway, he goes into this phase, and you see now there's nothing in the circle, so it protects me, and I'm protected just fine. These are the things you've got to look out for. See these things over here? These things? If you touch them and you make contact, they then explode and they make a radius of where you contact. So ideally you want to get these in a perfect world on the edge, right? If you're going to have to touch them, you're going to want to get them on the edge. You don't want them in here because you'll die. So we play it through, and now he's beaming. And now I'm at full frenzy charges, DPS him down. Right, now this is where I struggle. There's no tips for this because I don't know how to do it. I'm just showing you my first shaper run and throwing in some first tips. So for this one, he creates a portal that spawns, we'll call them minions. He spawns minions, and they try to kill Xana. Now the only thing I can say is go barrage mode. Lightning arrow, even on a 6 link, doesn't clear it properly. So I'm going to watch this back. This is the first time watching this back, and I'm going to see if I do anything wrong. So the wither totem goes down, and I'm at max charges. Not max power charges, but that's random. And I've got no flasks left. I could be using number 2 flask. I also don't have blood rage on, so that's one thing to note. So the only tip I can give you is barrage the one. These are melee, so the one that's coming for Xana, barrage him down, because obviously these ones at the back aren't killing Xana because they're melee. They haven't got past him yet. So I would say barrage them down. But the problem comes for me here when they get overwhelmed, and I just cannot keep Xana alive. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know if I couldn't have better gear. My jewellery, I even invested a lot into jewels like exalts. I've got barrage +2. I've got incredible gear. So there must be something mechanically that I'm doing wrong, and I hope somebody points it out. But right now, I'm not seeing it. So what happens is, if you lose Xana, she comes back after a certain amount of time. And obviously this is the problem. If you haven't killed all these minions, you're trying to kill them instead of doing DPS to the shaper. His bars hardly move. What I should have is a wither totem down. I'm at 4 frenzy charges, and I should be barraging him and doing the same rotations that we heard and saw in level 1. But because I'm trying to deal with these goddamn minions, I can't get any DPS in the shaper, which completely fucks you, because if you're not DPS in the shaper, there's more phases, which messes you up more. And you see, I killed him in 20 seconds. It was remember, it was 20 seconds in stage 1. This is going to go on for ages, which makes it so difficult. So as we go back into the room, again, I've made contact with these. There is now a degen one in the middle, over here and over here. This one, where Xana spawns, is just going to ruin me. So,
Embraced by misery.
again, need to be at max frenzy charges. Right now, DPS him. Should be DPSing him, pot should be going down. Get back on him, DPS. Now this is where it's going well. You see how quick he gets chunked? And I think if I play it better, I can avoid these deaths. I might get one death where I don't kill the trash. But you can see there how much I chunked his health bar with just one. And I did a burst here. I did a burst here where I shot him. And I then moved. And I did a burst here. And I chunked off so much of his health. If I did that another time, he's gone and I'm in the third phase. But I didn't get the opportunity to do that. I think I misplayed it. Like, right now, I mean, come on, wake up, man. There are 3 heading towards you. If I blink arrow to here, even if he slams, I can walk out of it. But I don't blink arrow. To be honest, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking at his health bar thinking, holy shit, it's going down fast. I don't blink arrow, and yeah, I just get destroyed. So you hear him say gaze into the abyss. That means there's a beam. So he was about to beam. I would then be over here, DPSing him down, and he'd be dead. And I think that's the difference. Is the build's all about DPS. I think he'd be dead right now. However, because I didn't kill him, I go into a third stage. This stage is now... Oh no, I actually got him down. But I took a couple of deaths. I think I didn't need that last death, so that saves me 1 portal. So I think I'd be on 1 death right now. Again, for this one, just run through it. Don't kill anything. Speed through it. Once you've speeded through it as fast as you can, you get onto this guy. This guy's the exact same. Slam you with a totem down. Get 4 frenzy charges. Barrage him into this wall. Destroy the kid. Annihilate him. Right. And he goes down absolutely fine. Much quicker than last time because I actually got closer into him. You can see I'm getting closer into him, just dodging. And he goes down so much quicker than the first guy that we did. So that's how you do that one. Get up close. I mean, look at that. Hold on a minute. How many arrows are here? I think we've got, if I count them, 1, 2, 3, 44 million arrows all into him, and he's dead. So we move on to the last phase. You take the portal, and again, what should I be doing? You should know it by now. Decoy totem, 4 charges, which I'm at, and just dance around him. He shoots. So this is what he does. This is the shaper here. Stage 1, he might shoot the balls. They come slowly at you. So you position anywhere but there, and you're fine. So the balls are coming out. You DPS him. Then he might beam. So you move and you stand here and you DPS him. He might slam. His slam lands here. You move and you DPS him back, and then he dies. The idea is you absolutely destroy him as quick as possible, and you don't go through all those phases of dodging, trying to get the room filled up, because that's when you fail.
It must be perfect.
So again,
Who? Father, it's me.
4 frenzy charges.
Perfection is irrelevant.
Come to me.
So for some reason, I don't know if this, I've never been to the 3rd phase of the room before. This is the very first time. I went instantly into this stage, where obviously you sit in the red circle. That's absolutely fine. Now he beams. I think I'm pretty much certain that after you stand in this one, he always beams. So just look at him. Make sure he's on your screen. Because in the very first run I did, I think he was down here, and I was stood up here, and I didn't see the Shaper. And I was stood here, and he just straight beamed me and killed me. So just look out that after that phase he beams. So right now you can see I'm about to run out of frenzy charges. What I should do is walk, spam Q, and get up to 4, and then DPS him with a wither totem. So let's see if I do that. I walk, I frenzy, wither totem, and I DPS him. That was fine. Just unfortunately it was he changed section. So right now this is where, again, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I cannot kill these ads quick enough. I don't know if that's just the weakness of my build or something, or the way I'm playing it, but I couldn't have better gear. So it must be something I'm doing wrong. So yeah, we DPS them down, blah blah blah, and beam. That was a bit of a bad one. So what I should be doing, again, is getting on Shaper. Fuck these little lads. You just want to DPS the Shaper. The whole time you're not DPSing him. Again, remember that clock. What did we have? 20 seconds for that first phase of when it all went perfect. That's when he got chunked down. And in stage 2, I only did 2 bits of barraging on him and he almost died.
Failure.
That death right there is, I didn't keep Xana alive, and he bowled. Maybe Xana comes back alive and saves me. Maybe. But I connected with this one right here. This one connected with me. And a ball on top. So it was a double whammy.
Failure. Ambivalence.
You see there, Xana's just spawned. Maybe if I get chunked here, I pop and then don't get hit by this one. Maybe, just maybe, I can get into the Xana portal. So that could be another death. But yeah, I really struggle with trying to keep Xana alive. So again, this isn't a showcase of how amazing I am. It's just my breakdown of the Shaper fight and how it's gone for me. Again, get up to 4 charges. See that's a misplay right there. I always like to analyse my stuff back. Right there, for one, I'm not close enough. I need to get closer with Barrage. We know Barrage fans out. And what do? I shoot. And I'm going Barrage mode and I'm not even at 4 stacks. So that's a misplay. So you can see his health bar's barely moving compared to what it could do because I'm not poisoning.
Embraced by misery.
So now I just decide to go a little bit more aggressive and get up closer. So there's 2 Shapers now entered the fray. Just keep an eye on him. And again, do your rotation thing. He's beaming this way. Right, he's beaming this way. So that means 3 damage. Free damage, look at all this free damage you're getting in. His health bar's melting. Again, he's now shooting the balls this way. Right? The balls are going this way. I should be turning right now, and I've got everything. I've got Sulphur Flask, Ruby Flask, both ticking. I'm at 4 charges, 4 power charges. I should be DPSing him, but I'm not. I went for a Wither Totem, sort of get some down, then he slams. Get back on it, I should be getting closer.
Buy me some time.
And then again, this is where I struggle. This is the ads phase. So there's probably 2 or 3 deaths I could have avoided. Fortunately, the ad phase for me is a struggle. I don't know what to do in this phase. I just don't have the damage somehow, or I'm doing something wrong. So again, this is pretty much just clearing up the ads, blah blah blah, and just trying to get back onto that Shaper to DPS him. That's all I'm trying to do, is solo. Now I know the mistake I make here is, again, it's another one. I blink arrowed I blink arrowed onto these balls just as Xana was about to come up. because I thought it was going to be a slam when he took off into the sky, but it wasn't. And maybe again I could have got into the Sana circle, and actually there's quite a lot of room here. There's only these ones touching, and there's all this space, so I think maybe I could have even got into that one.
A final.
So it's getting a little bit close now. We're moving on to the last portal, and this is a really dumb death. This one isn't anything, this is a stupid death. So this is me thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna kill the Shaper, I'm gonna finally kill it, look how low it is. And I just, it's so bad, it's painful to watch. In my head, this is how it went. I was like, I'm gonna kill the Shaper, it's gonna be great, I'm gonna get a 6-link sword drop. So you see here, here's the ghost Shaper, here's the real Shaper, here's the Kamehameha, right? So what do I need to do? Blink arrow, or walk, or just not go full stupid mode. I just need to get myself into this position and DPS him. But I start to, I then see this guy here, I shit the bed, I get slapped, I run into this, I've got no health pots. Again, even instead of blink arrow into over here, it's not like I then go melee mode against the Shaper. I start leeching, I'm seeing the sword drop. The sword drops here. Look at, isn't that a quality sword drawing? The sword drops and I'm fed, I'm celebrating, but I just I just get insta bowled, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've actually messed this whole run up. That I had like no deaths through the second, up to the second phase. The third phase, I get into the ring with him, and I just go, I get my 4 charges, and I'm like, I'm killing you. I blink arrow, and I just commit with the DPS. He slams, I tuck in, and I just DPS from afar, and I get a pair of shit boots. But that was the Shaper fight. Remember, it can be done in 6 minutes. A player did it in 6 minutes with my build. I took 12 minutes. Probably spent 6 minutes. I probably spent 6 minutes dead. But I think if you DPS it like I showed you properly, you can kill it in the 20 seconds per stage. But I managed to kill the Shaper. I was pretty pleased with it. That was my breakdown of how the fight went. Maybe I'll attempt another one, but at least now I know I can kill it. It's been killed, which means it can only get better, right? That was my second attempt and I killed it. And I killed Uber on my second attempt. So I'm at 35 challenges now. I've got 1 more to get. And yeah, I just thought I'd record that and share that with you. If you liked it, give it a like again. Down below somewhere will be my Uber guide, similar in structure to this one, with this funky pen. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.